Andrew,
Yep.
count me in.
3, 2.
Whoop, sorry. Do that again, Andrew.
Okay.
Sorry. Go ahead.
3, 2.
Yeah, I'm screwing up here. Sorry. My bad.
Horribly, dude.
I know. Nervous.
Nah.
Okay, Andrew. Get ready.
Okay.
CFMU 93.3 FM here at Gigantor with Chad Gray of Hell Yeah. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you very much. What are some things in general you wouldn't want to know?
I wouldn't want to know.
You wouldn't want to know.
Probably the really, really deep things of American government. I probably wouldn't want to know, like all those things that are stamped classified.
Like
I mean,
Roswell?
just anything, you know what I mean? Just, I can't even imagine the depths of, like, not even American government, just world government.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? The depths of shit that probably goes on just, that they just look at as like, whatever,
Yeah.
you know, that we would just be like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, really?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, probably, you know, shit like that. I don't really know anything else. I love to, you know, I'm big, I'm into learning and fucking, you know, I feel like I'm on a mission in this life, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
To do what I do and fucking help people through my misfortunes and
Right.
what I've learned from them, you know what I mean? And help people realize that they're not alone.
And as
when they're going through tough times.
And has that like really grown you as a person? Like,
Absolutely. I think
individually?
that everything in life is, you know, all of your life's memory creates who you are.
Right.
When you're a child and you go up and you stick your hand on a red hot stove, ow! You don't fucking do that anymore. You know what I mean? You know, so, you know, if you look at everything, positive or negative in your life, you know, and that memory allows you to grow and become who you are, you know, and I think paying attention, you know, I think paying attention is a lot of my life's work, and it's everybody's life's work, and really a lot of people really don't fucking pay attention.
No, they
It
don't.
blows me away. You know,
Yeah.
It's like, wow, like how did you not see that coming? Because
Exactly.
you know, people that I know you've been through a similar situation like this before, and they're like telling me about it. I'm going, were we just having this conversation 6 months ago? And where were you? Were you there?
Were you like on cloud nine or
you know,
something?
you know what I mean? And that's you know, so the things that I learn or whatever aren't necessarily, you know, from books and shit like that. So, you know, your whole life is a book. You know, your whole life is learning.
And that poses another good question. Has there ever talks of you writing out your own personal book?
I've thought about it, and I've had a lot of friends, you know, have beat that drum, you know, and it's just like, you know,
Like what
my
would
only
you say?
excuse would be honesty, you know,
Yeah.
and what do you do if you're being completely honest? Just you know, fucking really could hurt people. And I wouldn't want to fucking do it. It's I don't want to carry myself in my life, to be honest. And if I was ever gonna do a book, I'd have to call some people out, man. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you kind of did this, you know? So,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's something that I've milled on. I've been fucking thinking about for a while.
Right.
You know what I mean? And a lot of friends of mine have come to me and like, dude, you know, a lot of people could probably learn a lot.
Mhm.
You know, just knowing me as a writer, like how I would probably put it out there. You know what I mean? That wouldn't only just be about my life, but I would probably write it from a perspective of like, this is what I've done and what I've been through, you know, kind of writing it. Like, learn from this. Not just like, this is what fucking happened to me, and da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah,
You know what I
and
mean?
that's like bragging in a
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
Like, it's like,
come on, who's gonna be fucking
Yeah.
conceited about that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Dude, I had a fucked up life. Yes. No, it sucked. You know.
Before
Yeah.
settling on Hell Yeah, as the band's name, what were the other 5 bands' names that the band thought of?
5 names?
Yeah, because I read about this that there's like,
Dude, there's that's probably been taken. So, but you know, I was like, dude, that's a fucking really cool band. And then it was like, you know, and then like kind of alcohol and ass, like fucking, you know. But like, dude, there were like stupid fucking names. I can't even really remember any. And if anything did flash in my head right now, I probably would not share it well. Because dude, they were so bad. I mean, some of them were just like, basically, if you name the band that, I'm not going to be in this band. You are drawing a fucking line in the sand, and I ain't crossing it. So let's just put it that way. Yeah, there was a balance. You know, but we had a box. You know, we had this fucking guitar cabinet box, and we taped a Sharpie to it. And when we did the first record, we were in actually Dimebag's garage where they did Trendkill in there. They did Pantera, and Damageplan did the record in there. Rubber Meets Rebel was done in there. I think they did a little bit of production work on 101 Proof. They did Reinventing the Steel in there. I mean, some great shit had happened in there, you know. But it's a fucking garage. I mean, it was literally like a 2-stall, like one side of it would have like a big tall door, maybe like for somebody to like pull a boat in or something. And that was kind of the live room, and then they just kind of built a control room into it, just like framed out the walls. And really small, really simple setup. And so we were outside a lot. You know, it was in the summertime. We were outside in Texas, and fucking smoking, drinking, and fucking whatever when we're not tracking and doing takes. Whatever. So we just put this box out there and we just fucking taped a Sharpie to it. And then if anybody came up with a name, we just fucking write it down, because we learned to do this because fucking we would get so fucking drunk during the recording of that record. By the time we would leave, you know, we would be pretty much blacked out. And then we would come in the next day and we'd be talking about names, like, what was that one name? Oh, fuck, I can't remember. You know, so we got to the point where we just put the box out there and we'd start writing names on the boxes. We were drinking and stuff, so we did black out. We just come in the next day and we'd look at the box. You know, we'd cross out the names. And the next day we'd come in and look at all the names that weren't crossed out. You know, and Hell Yeah it just kind of showed up there. So I'm like, that's kind of a cool name.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like really, it really is a flag for what we are. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We are so fucking just, you know, in your fucking face, good or bad. Mm-hmm. You know, if you don't like us, I feel bad for you, because it's in your fucking face, and it's like not like something like you can just be like, when's this band gonna get over? You know, you know, you're gonna know we're there. You know?
Exactly.
So, but it's the Hell Yeah flag, you know. It's just a lot more fun than saying yeah.
And I think like with how the direction of how Hell Yeah is going right now, they picked the perfect front man for it.
Oh, thanks.
And it's just like your vocals from Mudvayne, your previous band,
right.
before you joined Hell Yeah. It's just like they're so in depth. Like you saw the world as you knew what was going on in most directions where nobody else would see it.
Yeah. There was a lot of research that went into that band. You know, I write from two completely different. It's like almost like cutting yourself in half, or fucking unzipping yourself and like stepping out of your skin and hanging on the rack and then going and stepping into another skin and zipping it up and going, okay, now I'm Hell Yeah Chad. You know, but I think in the new record, the similarities to Mudvayne are more, because the lyrics on the new record are they're not Mudvayne deep, but they're definitely more in depth. You know what I mean? And when we first started this band, I was like, I just wanted to write. I wanted to write. I wanted to like write rock songs and do something that I could never do in Mudvayne, and do something that Vinny could have never done in Pantera or Damageplan. Do something that Tom could have never done in Nothing Face or Greg in Mudvayne, you know. So it was really an opportunity just to go do something else.
Yeah.
You know, and write songs like Alcohol and Ass that just come out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
It's a total country song, that tongue-in-cheek kind of fucking whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it was like, that song would have fucking been laughed on the stage in Mudvayne, or Pantera, or anything else.
Yeah,
you know?
and it's interesting that like a lot of bands now these days are bringing out this more of like a comedic side to themselves. Like Maynard with Pucifer.
Yeah.
Like everyone thought, you know.
Is it Pucifer or Pucifer?
Or Pucifer. I say Pucifer all the time. I get it so screwed. I think it's Pucifer. Yeah. Sorry, Maynard.
That's
anyway.
Got your back, homie.
Yeah, there you go. If you see this, he's got your back. And it's just this comedic side that a lot of
He's like that though. I've heard like, you know, like, I mean, you know, I worked with David Bottrell. He did Iowa. So fucking, you know, there are little secrets about that record that I learned, and I was just like, you know, that sorry I can't share with you, but you know, just because I just feel like there's a code, you know, but there are little secrets about that record that just made me fucking crack up. You know, like some of the mutterings and stuff, like some of the little mutterings and shit, what they were and stuff, because they're inaudible. You know, it doesn't matter what you do, you can never hear them. But to hear what they're saying is fucking hysterical.
Oh, it is.
And I never heard it, but he kind of, you know, shared it with me, and I'm just like, that's fucking cool. They're in Tool that like is like that. There's definitely some tongue in cheek. There's some good, almost sarcastic humor in what they do. But that's what makes them great. The mystery behind Tool is what makes them great. And in every mystery, there's got to be some comedy.
Exactly, and that's where I see like with Hell Yeah, there's a sort of mystery.
It's very intense, but we don't take ourselves too fucking seriously. You know what I mean? It's like, and nobody should. And and again, getting back to life. I mean, think about it. You know, you see bands that are like black metal and stuff, and I love black metal, and I love really heavy metal, and you know, I'm just a fan. I've always been a fan, and stuff. And I can appreciate the guys that are just fucking stone face, fucking Satan. You know, whatever, man. If that's your deal, that's your deal. That is not me. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't believe that a person could just wake up in the morning, like your head coming off the pillow, and just go. Until you lay down to go to sleep that night. You know, there are so many moods and so many elements to the human existence. You know, you're happy, you smile, you laugh, you get pissed, you get frustrated. You know, I mean, there's so many levels of the human existence as far as emotion goes, and I think that that's what I've always tried to bring to music on every level, even with my band and stuff. You know, our mellow songs were almost helpless, like fucking kill me now kind of shit, like fucking fuck it, you know. But then there were really aggressive songs, you know, and you know, obviously the deeper stuff like that, and I think that's what we try to do with Hell Yeah too, is like bring that human existence element to what we do on the record, and we do it on stage, you know. And fucking, if it's a really intense song, and that fucking song is why I write the way that I write, because I want that song to be as fucking intense when I fucking sing it for the 3,000th time as I was fucking as intense as when I penned it.
And that's when
I wrote it. You know what I mean? You go back to that moment.
Yeah.
No matter what you do, you go back to that fucking moment of writing it, and just whatever fucking frustration that led to that fuck. You know, this song's gotta be, you know. And that's what that song brings. But then there's the other side of Hell Yeah too, where there, you know, that tongue-in-cheek kind of thing, you know, where I can't help but just fucking lay into it, and then like kind of look at the crowd and just be like, yeah, you know, we're having a fucking party here. This is not a rock show, as I said today, and I say it all the time. Don't take this too serious. This is not a rock show, man. This is a fucking party. And I get that if somebody puts a seat under somebody's ass, they're gonna sit down. You know what I mean? But nobody sits down at a really cool party, so get the fuck up.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
I mean? Like, when you ever go into a raging party and somebody's sitting in the corner like, no, it's all right. You know, and if they are, you don't want to be around that person.
Critic.
If they are, you don't really want to be around that person.
Oh yeah, totally. Like,
I can't stand it. You know.
Yeah, and it's just like, why would you even bother coming to an event?
Yeah.
Like, why would you? It's just,
well, they have their reasons. You know what I mean? Like, come to something like this to see the fucking main band. You know what I mean? And no matter how cool you are, you can't get them up. You know.
Have you ever had a crazy fan experience?
Oh, dude, you know, I've had people give me textbooks and fucking, you know, really esoteric, fucking dark textbooks, you know what I mean? Like, hey man, you know, it's like,
The Nectar album.
not that dark. No, but I haven't read that.
I have a copy at all.
Exactly. Everybody's gonna have one.
Yeah.
But, you know what I mean? Yeah, that kind of stuff. And, you know, you got your fans. But, dude, their passion is so compelling. They're just fucking so, it's like, you got, like, how can you fucking go, God, you're so fucking annoying. I love you. You just want to give them a hug.
Yeah.
Like, something that you do that touches somebody that much is like, what I'm doing here is worth something. Apparently I'm doing something right because you're a fucking crazy idiot and I love it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's cool. It's flattering. It's awesome. But yeah, so I don't really like look at even the most extreme as a nut fan. You know what I mean? But you know, they're just, you know, sometimes it's a little, and I don't take this the wrong way, sometimes it'd be a little annoying, you know what I mean? Like, cause we fucking, like, you pull up somewhere and like, you can't take shit on the bus, you know what I mean? Everybody's gotta do their business, you know what I mean? Like, you're like, oh, I gotta go, and you like climb off the bus and there's like 10 people standing there going, can I get a picture? I'm like, be right back. You know what I mean? And they're like, what the fuck? I'm like, dude, trust me.
Yeah,
you don't want me to hang out here right now.
I remember one time when you guys came to Toronto, and I said hello to you out in the parking lot when you were outside greeting fans, and everyone was just like, Chad Gray, Chad Gray. It's like, oh my God, it's Chad Gray. And you're just like so open arms. You're like, I love you, I love you, I love you. And it was great to see that, you know, people acting in a respectful
I want people to be normal.
Yeah.
I want people to be real. I can't learn anything from you if you're being a fucking just whacked out, you know what I mean? Just be normal. And like I said, you know, paying attention in life. Maybe I can learn something from you.
What are the most songs that challenged you on creating in your albums?
There was a chapter in The Wake of a Dream off the End of All Things That Come. Before we even went in to write that record, and that, you know, again, the Monday question, or we're going back to Monday.
Well, I meant for Hell Yeah. For Hell Yeah. Like,
okay.
But if you want to talk about Monday,
No,
right,
that's fine.
I was talking about Hell Yeah.
As a writer, it's that was fucking song destroyed me. And let's see, in Hell Yeah. Actually, wow. Hell of a Time. Song Hell of a Time. Or whatever. I remember them tracking that song. And that was giving the music, you know, like after I'll like hang out, like kind of fly on the wall. It's like, hey, what the fuck is that? You know, whatever. And so this was one that I hadn't been a fly on the wall for, so it had none of my input. And I was just kind of like handed off this fucking song. And I'm like, what the fuck do you want me to do with this?
Yeah.
And, you know, the riff was so basic, just so straightforward. If you strip the vocals off of that and just listen to that riff,
Right.
it is so fucking dull. It's just like, it did nothing to move me whatsoever. And Greg's like, it's like, dude, man, come on, dude. I've heard you say this 100 fucking times. I'm like, dude, seriously though, this might be the one time where I cannot fucking make anything happen with this. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get it. Like, what the fuck is this supposed to be? And what are you doing this to me for? And what are we doing to our fans? But I got it, and I wrote the vocals over it, and it turned out awesome. You know, that was one of those songs where I'm like, what the fuck do I do with this? And I, you know, really worked hard on that. Another song, Between You and Nowhere, off the new record, the Melbourne one. You know, Tom wrote that riff, and Tom actually said that line to me one time, and like I said, you just pay attention, and you can always pick things up, you know. And I just remember, like, in a conversation, he said something about Between You and Nowhere. Like, it's a song of longing. And, you know, a lot of people don't realize that a lot of people only see the glamour side of doing what I do. And there's a lot of the other side that's not so fucking glamorous, you know what I mean? And it's really a song of longing, and there is a lot of longing that goes on out here. You know what I mean? If you're with, you know, your lover, your wife, or whatever, you know what I mean? It's like you're always missing them. You know, you're always longing to see them. And it's your whole fucking life, you know. I've been doing this for 13 years now professionally. And that's been my life. It's just like always, I was like, man, when am I gonna get home? I'm gonna see my girl, you know, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, and Tom was talking about that. We were having a conversation about that, and he just said that, you know, it's like always that between you and nowhere kind of thing. And I just got middle note, just like sidebar, you know, just kind of pinned it in my head, and I'm like, come back to that. You know, with that song took me a really long time to write because there's a process that I go through where I get the music and I want to know the music inside and out. It's
Right.
like you can sit there and fucking, you know, in front of your computer or with a pad of paper and a pen and just beat your fucking head off the table trying so hard to come up with something and it never comes to you. The times when it'll come to you is when you walk away from it.
Mm-hmm.
But only I feel like if you truly know and you become one with the song.
Yeah.
With the composition itself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I really drill the compositions into my head.
Right.
So I know them.
Mm-hmm.
I know the arrangements, I know the parts, I know the melodies of that the guitars are carrying, I know the beats, I know the song. And then I start like approaching it and I'll try and then I'll back off. I don't know if I like that. Let me think about it.
And then
just
you
kinda
like
walk
think
away.
about it, yeah.
And then it's like, bam, okay, now I'm into rewrite mode.
Mhm.
You know, and I wipe everything clean.
And then you try
and
to
then I
start
do, and then I do it
over.
again, and
Exactly.
I rewrite and write and rewrite and write and rewrite and write. You know what I mean? Over and over and over and over again. And that song was like about 6 weeks of that. And it's so basic. It's just a really basic musical track.
Right.
But I knew that it was calling to be something deep, like
Mhm.
something memorable. You know, so, and it just like that, those kind of songs that are like that aren't aggressive, you really handle those with, you know, baby gloves. You know what I mean? You really want to approach those really, the energy that the song's putting off. You know, it's a really calm, mellow vibe. You know?
And that's like the same thing with like you wouldn't know. Like it's
Yeah.
just it's so like powerful.
Yeah.
But it just has this like I have to say good job on that.
Oh, thanks,
song.
man.
Like good job. Like it's just it goes around on what everyone is feeling.
Yeah.
Because it answers to so much.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you
And nobody would.
And
I
no-
can't know about you and what you go through in your life. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
only you truly know
Mhm.
your existence
Mhm.
and the things that you're dealing with right now outside of this fucking interview.
You wouldn't know how much it took me to get in here.
Yeah.
4 hours.
We like to make it tough. Yeah, I heard today was kind of weird about that.
It was
But that
crazy.
song, on the other hand, that song is something where I was standing outside and smoking a cigarette outside the studio on the first record with the big box and the marker, and I'm just standing outside there, and I think I was bullshitting with somebody, and they went into that verse riff, and I ran inside and went, 18 wheels all rolling, 18 wheels all crushing me now. Literally, that song came to me like that, the verses.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I've always been a pretty good verse writer,
Mhm.
but choruses, that's that one where you want to have that hook and all that shit. And it was so funny because I wrote that, couldn't be me even if you wanted to. Everything I've been through, live my life, soak it up on my sunshine, smile your whole life, you wouldn't know. And I brought in Vinny, I'm like, dude, check this fucking shit out, check this out. And he sits down, he listens to it, and he's like, oh man, I don't hear the hook. You know what I mean? I'm like, really? Like, really? And he's like, you know that little space right there, or whatever?
Yeah.
He's like, you know that little you wouldn't know thing at
Yeah,
the end?
yeah.
He's like, you should stick that in there.
Mhm.
And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, couldn't be me, you wanted to. Everything I've been through, you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Live your life. That little fucking thing was the hook of the song. I had it all the way at the end, and I had nothing in that space.
Okay.
And you know, sometimes the whole you can't see the forest through the trees.
Yeah.
You're so close to it that you just fucking can't see it.
Yeah.
And you need that sounding board. You know,
Exactly.
you need that somebody that you know's got fucking talent.
Mhm.
That's not his job
Mhm.
to be a singer,
Mhm.
but he knows music.
Yeah.
And he came in, and that's one thing that I love about Hell Yeah. It's there. You fucking check your ego at the door.
Mhm.
Don't get fucking butthurt if you don't hit it. Fucking, you know, if you don't knock it out of the park at your first at bat kind of thing, your first swing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just stand in there, stay in the box, and keep swinging. You know what I mean? And he came in, and he's like, that little part, and I'm like, get out, I got it. And I literally went, you wouldn't know. I said, what? You wouldn't know, and brought it back in, and fucking it played through the first time. I didn't even listen to it. I just put that in there. He comes back in, we sit down, and it comes on, and he's like, that's it. And I'm like, you're the fucking drummer. You know what I mean? Like,
And then the song just was born.
yeah, it was born right there.
That.
You know, but it's so weird how art, the energy of music, and how it just fucking comes just full circle. It just comes around. It just rises up out of nowhere.
Well, yeah, and-
But you have to be there to embrace it. And like I said, you can pound your head against the fucking computer or the notepad or whatever you want to do. And you know, something I kind of live my life by, especially from an artistic writing point of view, is fucking Aleister Crowley had a fucking great quote. Even if you work poorly, work. You know what I mean? Even if you suck at working right now, work. You have to give that composition its due attention. You have to invite it into your life. You have to put it in your mind, and you have to let your inner fucking whatever process that. And then when you walk away, that's when it comes to you.
Yeah.
When you fucking walk away and you're taking a piss, you're like, I gotta hurry up, get the piss in, because I got it.
Yeah.
You know, I know what the fuck I'm doing. You know, and then you run back in and you write it down, and because you worked poorly, you still worked.
Yeah.
You still did something.
Yeah.
You gave it its time, and I think that there's a bridge that creates that gap between whatever this energy is, this music and the composition, into my fucking head, that becomes a lyric or a melody or something to where we can get to the next level.
And that's where like going out for a walk or something like that would come into
Get
play.
away with it. Just get away from
Yeah,
it.
just
Just
exactly.
get away from
That-
it.
yeah, I
You know,
agree with
don't
you.
kill yourself, but don't not kill yourself. so to
Yeah,
speak.
exactly. Just so, like,
I'm not getting anywhere, but I'm gonna still keep on getting nowhere,
Mhm.
just because I'm gonna pound this fucking song in my head until I know it backwards and forwards. You know, I know the arrangement, I know the beats, I know everything, I know the fucking melodies, the guitars, and shit. And that unconscious thing, when you walk away from it, it's not perfect exactly. You know what I mean? It's not perfect notation, but I know the gist of what's going on.
Yeah.
And because you know that gist, that one of the little hooks that's in the music composition, ding, fucking rings a bell. You
Like
go,
all goes off in your head.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
just everything is falling into place.
Yeah, and
like it should
that
be.
analogy and that metaphor of an idea with the light bulb going off over your head is fucking true.
Now,
I mean,
you
how
should-
many times have you felt it? Like, bam.
Oh, yeah,
There it
yeah,
is.
totally.
I mean, that
Yeah.
metaphor is perfect. Like,
Yeah.
turn it off, turn it on.
Yeah.
There it is. You
And
know?
now you should make a T-shirt with a light bulb on it. With
Just says
you
hell
would,
yeah.
or hell yeah, or with you would know in the
It's gonna
light
be our
bulb.
top seller.
Yeah.
Nobody's not gonna have that shirt.
Let's see here. Wow, that's a deep conversation. This is awesome. Who is your favorite outlaw?
Lone Ranger.
Have you seen the movie?
Like, yeah.
What did you think of it?
It was weird because all you hear is like, you know, fucking, for God's sake, anything Johnny Depp's in there. Like, oh my God, Johnny Depp, Johnny Depp. And he is fucking absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
He's a method actor. I mean,
Yeah.
he completely just gets into that role. You know what I mean? Any role. And a lot of people are like, "It's fucking, you know, blah, blah, blah." You know, I'm like, dude, it's fucking Johnny Depp.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? He didn't have a lot of lines in it, but, you know, and it's Disney, man.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? It's going to have that hokey shit. And there's no fucking way that's happening without somebody dying. You know what I mean? The train sliding down the side of the tracks, not even on the tracks, sideways, fucking ripping out trees. This thing ain't fucking flipping over. You know what I mean? Like, but it was cool. You know, I was cool. I mean, you just got to take anything Disney with that.
Yeah.
With a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And the crazy thing is, like, I feel like from you have lots of energy. And I can so picture you as a cartoon character. I can so, like,
Maybe tune in. Maybe that's my fucking. Maybe that's my calling.
Maybe like you should hook up with Rob Zombie or something like that and just like create a cartoon.
Hey man, I'm down. I'm down to do anything.
So I know that you're really busy with your tour and everything that's going on with Hell Yeah. And I don't want to take up much of your time because...
I'm fucking fine.
Oh, okay.
Fucking burn this thing out. I don't give a shit. My battery got left.
Your battery holding up over there. Is there any message that you would like to tell your fans out there?
Fuck, man. I mean, it's the same message that any artist probably would say. Anybody in my position, you know.
Buy this album.
Yeah, just you know what, man? If you like it, support it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that the fucking internet has been an amazing fucking consumer tool.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? to sift through shit, you know, and I'm not pointing anybody out, I'm not calling fucking bullshit on anybody, you know, whatever, but come on, you know, let's just say there might be things out there that you're not into, you know what I mean, and that's a way you can test it.
Yeah.
You know what, not really into it, fuck it, so you don't buy it, that's cool. But if you like it, support it, because if people don't support it, then I'm not going to be able to be here. I'm not going to be able to continue to create music, because it's a job. You know what I mean? It's a fucking job. And trust me, I'm not a rock star. Rock stars have Ferraris in the garage of their mansions. I do not have a Ferrari. I do not have a mansion. I'm a fucking touring musician. You know what I mean? I live a pretty fucking humble lifestyle. And, you know, just if you like anything that I do, or Hell Yeah does, support it. And I mean, that's really all I can say. You know what I mean? Coming from a music lover, you know what I mean, my whole life, to be on a tour with Megadeth means so much to me personally, because it's honestly one of the bands that changed my fucking life.
So would you say like Megadeth was your first concert that you ever went to
No.
when you were growing up?
No.
Or, okay.
No, but I saw them.
Okay.
I saw them on Clash of the Titans, which was fucking amazing. I saw them, I saw Slayer, I saw Anthrax.
Right.
You know, wham, one show, you know, it was
Yeah.
fucking amazing. You know, and actually I had that conversation with Dave one time, just not here, not too long. You know, it's so weird, you know, to like be me and do the things I'm doing now and meeting the people that I meet now. And I just talk to them like they're normal people, because I know that's how I like to be talked to.
Right.
You know, so, but I told, you know, Dan, that's right. I'm like, dude, I saw you on Clash of the Titans, and I was between you and fucking Marty Friedman, like front row. I was that dude. I was the front row dude. I was fucking right in the front, just taking fucking everything in. You know, every concert I ever went to, I always wanted to be right in the front.
Right.
And occasionally I'd fucking slip out and go fucking mosh for a while, and then
Get back up to the
I'd
front.
fucking worm. You know, wiring, man.
I can get you there.
Yeah, get the fuck out of there, you know, and just like through their legs, hi, you know, just like, fuck you, now you're in the second row, what's up? So, you know, but I had that conversation, you know, with him and shit, and he's just like, and I'm like, dude, you know, I know the whole Metallica fucking, you know, you were Metallica and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you know, and I don't mean to say anything bad about it, because, like, honestly, for me, it's better, you know, everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
And because you were not in Metallica anymore, that was better for me, because you started Megadeth.
Yeah.
So now I had two fucking badass bands that I love. One that you were in and you were no longer in, and then you started Megadeth, which I fucking loved,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And really, you know, shaped who I am, you know? So for me to be on this tour, it means a lot to me, you know, to watch them play, to relive, you know, that kind of that really young Chad, you know what I mean? And there's something in music that you just, like, I can't let go of that feeling. When I see them play, I'm that dude again.
Yeah,
You know, at
yeah,
least
yeah.
for the minutes that they're, or whatever they're on stage, and I listen to them, I'm that dude again.
It's
know what
like
I mean?
you were listening to them when
Yeah.
you first started listening
Yeah,
to them.
it's like if you went and saw fucking, you know, the Stones now.
Yeah.
They're older
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you're standing in that fucking crowd at 50 years old
Yeah.
or whatever, you're fucking 18 again.
Mhm.
And that's the beauty of music. And
Mhm.
that's the fucking thing that's fucking awesome. It just takes you right back to that time. Before your life turned out to be fucking 3 kids and a wife that goes, fuck you, you know, or fucking pick up the dog shit. You know,
You're on the couch.
Yeah, you're just like, fuck you, I'm not gonna get married. You know what I mean? Like, you know, what the fuck did I do with my life? You know, for that moment, you know what I mean? The time that the Stones are on stage, you're like, fuck, it's all ahead of me right now. You know, I've got my whole life ahead of me right now. And then it's over and then you're back to fucking bullshit, but whatever. You know, so, but there is something that's timeless about music. You know, and as long as the players that are playing it keep true, you know, and they're not the dancing bears and just going through the fucking motions because you've done it a zillion times, and I don't feel like they're that way. I mean, they're fucking great performers, and they're great fucking musicians, probably only better now than they were when I saw them, you know, 20 years ago. And just unbelievable, you know, and it's really great. I mean, it's just one of the beautiful things about music, and you know, that's the true message. Like, if I've got a message, you know, things that you truly love, support, so they'll be there for you to come back to someday. You know what I mean? If you don't support what I'm doing or what whoever's doing, whatever your fucking favorite band is, if you just go, man, they're so great, but fuck it, I don't have to buy it anymore. I can just get it for free. It's like, you're killing the fucking thing you love the most.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So to speak. The internet's a great thing, but don't abuse it. You know what I mean? Don't abuse that thing. You know?
And that's where a lot of people now these days, like, I always go by this one saying, it was by Marilyn Monroe, if you can't handle me at my worst, then you don't deserve me at my best.
Yeah.
I put in front of that saying, appreciate more, take advantage less.
Yeah.
If you can't handle me at my worst, then you don't deserve me at
Exactly.
my best. And I think a lot of people now these days, they see that as an opportunity. This person is going so far down, let's keep kicking him down.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's the world.
and that is the world. And it is crazy
When's
that
the last time you saw a newscast with something positive? Never. I used to fucking have my computer homepage, like when I'd open my fucking web browser, Safari or whatever, when I'd open it was usatoday.com. And dude, I got tired of waking up just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Just don't start the day like that, you know what I mean? I turned it in, and now it's The Onion. You know, have you ever heard of The Onion?
No, I haven't.
It's a fictitious fucking newspaper.
Okay.
Or whatever. But it's like, was one of my favorite Onion headlines is fucking, like boxes of shit in your house, get a cat. And they'll write a whole story on it. You know, it's just stupid fucking, excuse me, I spit, stupid made up fucking stories.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's fucking amazing.
Mm.
And it's just like, don't take everything so fucking seriously, man.
Yeah.
And you know what? Every once in a while, can you throw fucking, you know, the cat fucking fashion show in the newscast or something? You know what I mean? Something to make me smile.
Yeah, I know. It's like, oh.
Tired of hearing about fucking pedophiles and fucking, you know, fucking murder and fucking crazy shit.
Yeah.
And fucking government corruption and blah, 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 blah. And, you know, conspiracy theories and fucking goddamn.
It tires you, and that's where, like,
It's exhausting.
It is, and I always like listen to music all the time, constantly listening to new music. And once this whole spiel about this python killing these 2 kids out in New Brunswick, I posted on my Facebook. It's like, oh man, I feel sorry about those kids in Edmonton with the python. I totally got the wrong place. And they're like, everyone's like, oh, it's in New Brunswick. And I'm like, this is why I don't listen to the news. It's like, I get screwed up.
The point is, you got the important part.
Yeah, I got the important part, but the wrong place. So
2
everyone,
kids, python, doesn't matter where it happened, nothing good's gonna come out of this
yeah,
situation.
exactly. It's like, I'd rather listen to music more than following on news.
It's bad. It's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad. It's just fucking overhyped, fucking bullshit. And fucking goddamn Facebook. Oh my God, it's fucking crazy. It's literally like every single person in the world's own gossip column. It's just a gossip column. It's everybody just fucking throwing their life out to fucking potentially millions of people.
Yeah.
6 degrees of separation, and now we're fucking all connected around the world.
Exactly.
I'm sure it's fine.
And I think that's what, like,
But it's that kind of level of gotta know that really the news kind of feeds into. People want to know the bad things.
Well, I think that's kind of like personal to, like, towards people. Like, as a musician yourself, like, if, like, say that you do have a Facebook and you posted something like, you know, please don't share, kind of personal, like, I'm in a bummer mood.
Copy, paste.
Copy, paste, boom, look what happened.
Did you hear about this guy?
Exactly, and it's just like, dude, like, I'm Chad fucking Gray. Like, don't do that shit.
Yeah.
Like, man, what are you doing?
Well, A, you just don't post it.
Yeah, I know. You don't post it, but it's really hard because that's.
Dude, you can't trust your best friends.
Yeah, I know. You can't. I know. They're gonna say something back to you later on down the road, and you're gonna probably be like, "I hate you."
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for that. Thanks for keeping that hush hush.
Yeah.
Appreciate you sharing it with a million fucking people.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, loser.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy.
But the world she spins goes around. Sun's gonna set tonight. It's gonna rise tomorrow.
And it only matters, like, how you depict your life, really.
Just
It's
carry
like-
yourself a certain way.
Exactly.
You know, carry yourself with just integrity. You know what I mean? And just like try to do the right things. Try to
Exactly.
do the right things and check yourself and make decisions before you do potentially the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Stop and think about it and process it a little bit. Go, you know what? Okay, this is good.
I agree with you 100%. I do. Like a lot of people, they cut people out of loops. They don't let people know what's entirely going on. And sometimes people are like, you didn't tell me what's going on. I think I have a say in something around here. And
I get cut out of the loop all the time. Just ask my friend Luke.
Oh, there's Luke. Yeah, it's crazy, but I think that, you know, a lot of people should support a lot of other people more than, you know, not letting people know
Yeah.
what's not going on. So.
Absolutely.
But looks like you're ringing there. So
Hey man, I'll get to it when I get to it. It's all good. This is
Taxbury Hotline, how can I help you? Please hold.
Put out another fire. Hold on.
Yeah, be right there.
No, it's all good, man.
But
It's been fun.
would like
Do you have any
thank
more questions?
Oh, I'm really good. I'm really good. We've
You've
talked.
got some
We've
fucking
covered.
serious
all-
editing to go through here today, man.
Oh, that's
Cameraman.
Trying not to laugh.
It's gonna be like, fuck.
Edit.
This is like 15 fucking webisodes. It's
Well,
good.
I'd like to thank you, Chad, for your time. Thank you very
It's a
much.
pleasure, man.
Lock horns. There you go, dude.
How to do that.
That's how you do it. Lock horns. There you go.
It's like some sort of Vulcan fucking.
Thank you, Chad. Go get Band of Brothers.
Go get it!
Oh, it's
We're
right
actually
now.
going in the studio as soon as we're done with this tour. We got 4 more shows, and then we're breaking for like 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. I'm gonna go home and just
Enjoy the time
Yeah,
off.
just 2-3 weeks, and then we're fucking going right back at it. We're just fucking strike while it's hot, kind of thing. So.
Well, all your best on your safe journey.
No, thanks, man.
All
I
your
appreciate
best.
it, brother. Take care. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chad. CFMU 93.3 FM.
All right.